Blueberry Thicket is the second course in the game for the single-player campaign Challenge the Valley. It is a par 28 layout with a total distance of 2,660 feet. This video covers basic strategies necessary to obtain the 3-star Challenge the Valley rating, as well as an advanced play for each hole for elite play. Hole 1, nicknamed Left Wing, is a par 3 measuring 300 feet that plays as a standard right-to-left hole with no elevation changes from tee to basket. Your Challenge the Valley play is any basic right-to-left shot that will travel 300 feet. Most any fairway driver will accomplish this task. For an elite play, you can make an ace run that hugs the very inside of the dogleg. Disc used here in this video is an accurate windbreak musket. As a side note, there is a goofy line that goes over the trees on the left-hand side that can be thrown as just a fun way to nab a birdie. Hole 2, nicknamed Right Wing, is a par 3 measuring 267 feet that plays back the opposite way of hole 1, creating a left-to-right dogleg shot. Your Challenge the Valley play is any left-to-right shot that finishes at the pin. Take the same disc you used on hole 1 and just throw it the opposite way. Your elite play is the ace run that once again hangs on to the inside corner of the dogleg. You can throw the same disc. And just like hole 1, you can play the same goofy line over the right hand side trees, though the gap is much tighter going back the other way. Hole 3, nicknamed Fork in the Road, is a par 4 measuring 494 feet that offers players two options off the tee for playing the hole. Wider gap down the right that makes the hole play longer, or a narrow tunnel on the left that offers the most direct route to the pin. Your Challenge the Valley play is best accomplished through the narrow left gap, which offers the most direct route to the pin. A fairway driver is sufficient to accomplish this task, trying to leave your tee shot down the left side of the gap to make the approach with the putter or mid-range a much easier task. There are two ways to accomplish the elite play on this par 4. If you decide to go around the right hand side, you're going to have to throw a big hyzer with something with the big skip attribute to get all the way around in order to set up a quote-unquote makeable throw-in for the 2. Should you decide you want to take on the narrow left-hand gap, well, you better hope the wind's blowing the right way. If it's a headwind, forget it. You've got to throw a big flex over the top of the trees, and the headwind's just going to kill the shot. Anything else, and you can definitely run this for an eagle down the left-hand side. Hole 4, nicknamed the Peanut, is a par 3 measuring 293 feet that plays over a small hill that separates the tee box from the basket. Your Challenge the Valley play is a left to right shot since there's a little bit more room off to the left side before running into the trees. As long as you clear the hill, you ought to be set up in good shape for the birdie. Your elite play can be played a number of ways. My favorite way to do it is just to run straight at the pin using the notch in the hill as a guide for where the basket is. Hole 5, nicknamed the Basin, is a par 3 measuring 347 feet that plays much shorter due to the severe elevation drop from the tee to the basket. Your Challenge the Valley play requires nothing more than a mid-range to get down the hill. The hole effectively plays about 275 feet due to the steep elevation drop. Throw it high and let it drop at the basket. Your elite play is an ace run with your favorite disc. This ace run's pretty safe because of the wall behind the pin that will feed your disc back to the pin should you fail to hit the ace from the tee. Hole 6, nicknamed Field Goal, is a par 3 measuring 234 feet that plays downhill over a small creek to a pin located between two tree trunks. Your Challenge the Valley play requires nothing more than a putter due to the elevation drop from the tee to the basket. The safe shot goes long of the pin to avoid any issues with the creek that bisects the fairway. Your elite play for this hole is, well, take that same putter and throw it in. Just judge the wind and the stability of the disc you're using. Hole 7, nicknamed Rollaway, is a par 3 measuring 219 feet that plays considerably uphill and left to right to a pin that sits on the edge of the hill. Your Challenge the Valley play is a basic left to right shot. If you are not running the ace, do your best to land on the plateau that lies beyond the pin so you do not fall victim to the namesake of this hole. Your elite play is taking a straighter line at the pin with something that can crest the hill and hug the trees that lie near the pin. Hole 8, nicknamed King of the Hill, is a par 3 measuring 224 feet that plays severely uphill to a basket isolated on the top of a hill. Your Challenge the Valley play is playing a driver on a left to right line that sits on the side of the hill. Using a disc with the roll attribute is ideal, since it will normally not slide off and leave you a longer putt than desired. Your elite play takes some risk as you are running at a pin on a hill. Take a flippy driver and launch it. Miss the pin? Well, you could be left with as much as 70 feet coming back. Hole 9, nicknamed Blind Man's Bluff, is a par 3 measuring 281 feet. Plays downhill and right to left to a green that has a single tree guarding the pin. Your Challenge the Valley play is a basic right to left shot. The best place to play for is long left of the pin, as there is more room on that side of the green. Main goal is just not to get stuck in the trees on either side of the fairway. Your elite play requires careful observation of the wind with a stable disc to account for all possible wind conditions. Usually, a higher shot will make the corner easier to drop in for that ace. And as a bonus, there is another sneaky go over all the trees line. But watch out, there is a tree in the middle of the lane at the very end of the tunnel as you approach the green. So make sure you play to one side or the other of it, otherwise you're going to do what I did and hit it. Although you can still make the birdie. And that'll conclude the flyover for the second course in Disc Golf Valley, Blueberry Thicket. Every star you earn in Challenge the Valley rewards you with a good disc. A score of 10 over par rewards you with a beat-up Explorer. A score of even par rewards you with an accurate compass. And a score of 7 under par rewards you with a heavy accurate dagger. The next course in this series is Oak Hill. Thank you for watching, and I hope this video has aided you in conquering the valley.